Rivers crisis. Dele Momodu writes open letter to Tinubu. Welcome to Sinok Media. If you are viewing our channel for the first time, kindly subscribe, like, and share our videos. Also put on your notification button so that you get our updates as we drop them. This political season in Rivers State has opened up a lot of innovation, which includes letter writing. And the current letter writer is Dele Momodu, one-time friend of President Tinubu. Following the political crisis that have ravaged Rivers State and President Tinubu's subtle preference for one of the gladiators, Mr. Nyesom Wike, the former governor of the state and present minister of the Federal Capital Territory, against the incumbent governor, Mr. Siminalayi Fubara, Chairman Ovation Media Group, Chief Dele Momodu has written yet another letter to the president. Momodu reminded the president of life after office and the need to live according to his democratic billings and background, stating that God has been kind to him to give him what Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and the rest couldn't get, their popularity and doggedness notwithstanding. He pointed out the recent happenings at the Lagos State House of Assembly, where the lawmakers impeached his anointed speaker, whom he restored, saying that was part of the signals towards the impending rebellion ahead. The letter reads in full. An open letter to President Tinubu by Dele Momodu. My dear Asiwaju, I pray this message meets you well. This letter has become necessary because of the strange things happening under your watch. I believe you were a democracy hero, and some of your mentees in the 1990s are now thoroughly embarrassed, and we feel scandalized by your complete transfiguration from a democracy fighter to an enabler of ruthless dictatorship. I've watched with incredulity and sometimes trepidation how you have wasted the humongous goodwill you built and acquired in those days of military rulership. How sad and unfortunate. Your Excellency, let me tell you what your anger son will not tell you. Your deification by hero worshippers is a charade. Permit me to give you two tales from Yoruba folklore. The first is the story of Aomeri Joba, how the elephant was deceived into thinking he shall become the ultimate king of the jungle until he fell into the ditch dug by the same acolytes. The second is that of Esin Oba Sono. The king's horse disappeared and a massive hunt ensued. It is not everyone searching for it that wants it recovered. Have you forgotten the encomiums you and other members of your ruling party poured on President Muhammadu Buhari barely 2 years ago? Today, you are all singing new tunes. The same fate awaits you sooner or later. The government agencies of coercion you are deploying today to harass your opponents will be mobilized to hunt you and yours if and when tomorrow comes. The polity is dangerously heating up at the speed of light. Perhaps only you and your diehards cannot see it. The recent rebellion in the Lagos House of Assembly should have been a veritable signal to you about the impending resistance ahead. Your open support for Minister Wike's destabilization of Rivers State is most regrettable. God has been most kind to you. You got what Chiefs Awolowo, Azikiwe, MKO Abiola, Olufalaye, and Major General Yaradua couldn't achieve. Why do you not place your faith in the hands of gods with feet of clay? Your legitimate ambition to seek a second term does not warrant this level of rascality across the nation. Best wishes, Bob D. What a letter. So lyrical However, the truth remains that writing an open letter to his supposedly friend is suspicious. And that is why there are persons who think Dele Momodu is seeking attention because he's already frustrated as a political jobber. That's the opinion of somebody. Like he opined, were you not the people advising Fubara not to implement the peace agreement Tinubu brokered between Wike and Fubara? You said Tinubu doesn't have the right to tell a sitting governor what to do or not do. You forgot? If you have amnesia and you have forgotten, I'm reminding you now. You know, it's like we forget how this whole thing started and we'll choose to pick on the areas we think are convenient. Once upon a time, Tinubu summoned a meeting where agreements were reached and Fubara came out to denounce the president. And people are blaming the president now for keeping quiet. What do you expect the president to do? He has allowed the courts to decide what happens in that state. And now people are asking for his head on a platter. Are they being fair to the president? What do you make of this letter of Bob D to his erstwhile friend, President Tinubu? Is this to pave way for their associates to come up or come on board in 2027? What is your take?